Welcome to Indie Music Live, episode 197. I've been waiting over 4 years for JoeJoeKeys to disappear so I can just take over the show. It finally happened. I'm in charge now. I'm running the show tonight. No, but Joe's actually, he's pretty sick, and hopefully he's doing okay because he's got to be very sick not to show up. But anyway, we're still going to have fun. We got some cool people here tonight. But I'm going to just go through some of the bands that we're going to play tonight. So the first one, if Rob's ready, is Moonchy Tobias, a very unique sounding band. Looking forward to playing that and hearing Jarrod's critique. Next tune it's called Streetlight by Branjae, which is our featured artist, and we're going to have a little interview and chat with her. And then the last tune is by ROSA. That's I in the Center of Pride. We also got a critic here with us, our regular, who's been here maybe a dozen or so times, maybe more, maybe 20, if I were to guess. Jarrod Pedone, 9FM. How are you doing tonight, Jarrod? I think you're muted, man. There we go. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I don't think it's been 20 shows, but I feel good about being here a dozen times.
Cool, man. Yeah, we're just talking about the new dog who's still learning his way around your house.
She's doing great.
Okay,
yes.
Excellent. But what about the latest stuff with your music, man?
I actually was on a quick little hiatus because I was doing a lot of life stuff. But speak of the devil, this afternoon, I opened something up and started working on it. So I might be releasing something within a couple months, but we'll see how that goes.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to bust into the first tune, I believe. We're going to play. The song's called Atmosfere by Moonchy Tobias. Very unique. Looking forward to breaking it down afterwards. So, Rob, if you're ready, let's cue that up right there. So that was Atmosfere by Moonchy Tobias. Very unique. You know what I was thinking on this tune, Jarrod? I was thinking of Bjork. Because it just kind of this unique European style voice. It's like this magical fairy kind of, very high pitched singing on top of this very soothing, calming type of music. I know we say often, it's like, yeah, the song could use a little more of this, a little bit. I think it was fine as it is, just kind of in a minimalist nature. It's very nice production, very clean, but the uniqueness of her voice, like that was enough for me to enjoy it. What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of threw me with a Bjork thing there, because Bjork
Different style of music, but just like that.
Bjork is a mad woman. She is out of
Yeah.
control. She would never take anything that laid back.
It was like a B-side. It was like a Bjork B-side. That's like a.
I got way more of like a Juno soundtrack, like Wes Anderson, like Life Aquatic, kind of a theatrical placement. You know what I mean? It didn't, maybe because of the language barrier or whatever, but it reminded me of Life Aquatic, those Bossa Nova Bowie covers, just that stripped down, straight ahead, nice, sweet, acoustic, organic thing. And it would get placed really well in the right film.
It would, yeah.
But yeah, no Bjork, no.
The style, it's like a Bjork B-side that's like her chilled out tune that she didn't release, man.
I got you. I could see it. Yeah. Agree, but no.
But anyway, this is probably going to be a shorter show because there's less people, but we're going to keep moving here. So we're going to bring in our featured artist. Very exciting moment for us. Her name, she goes by the name Branjae, and let's bring her in. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing well. I'm in.
Excellent. You are in the scene as we were talking right now. So yeah, why don't you just say a few words, 30 seconds or so, and just kind of set up the tune that we're going to play tonight.
This tune's called Streetlight. It's a song definitely birthed out of empowerment. It's a song that I've connected with a nonprofit organization called Divis, fighting against domestic violence. And it's about survivorship and reaching towards the community and reaching out towards, love and choosing oneself over the violence and over hate. So
awesome. Yeah, let's do it, Rob. Let's play that.
Consideration? My needs are never important. That's a problem. Unbelievable.
1, 2, 3, 4. Found my way in. I'm on here reversing back out of here. Rolling backward, avoiding hazard. I'm checking if the coast is clear. Before he make a big mistake, I'm thinking I won't crash and burn. I've seen the signs of the times, only a fool would return. I'm about to get off, I'm gonna get away out of here. Find my way home. I'm about to get off, I'm gonna get away out of here. Before the street light come on. I'm about to get off, I'm gonna get away out of here. Find my way home, I'm about to get off, I'm gonna get away out of here. Before the street light come on. Gotta get home before the street light come on. Gotta go home. Street light come on. Passing forward, still ignored it. Understand. What you saying? He ain't behaving. Grow, pack up and call the crew. He got that perfect potion for hot explosion. You gon' sit around here trying to clean up? There go the keys. You fighting hard against inevitable.
So my process in doing these interviews and critiquing music, I like to go listen first and just get my own experience before I read bios or look at websites. And so it's kind of funny. So right when I listen, I'm like, all right, there's some Lauryn Hill. All right, I'm feeling this.
Love her.
Yeah. Then I go to the bio. It's like, I think you got more fire. I think there's like more drive in your sound. From the Lauryn Hill thing, and you got all these different elements going on. I mean, you got the soul and the funk, you got the hip hop elements. I'm like, is she a rapper? I'm like, no, not really. So I'm like, well, how do you place yourself in terms of like a genre?
Oh, wow. The thing is, I really don't. I just kind of go with what I create and what comes out. Most of the time, you're going to get a soul, base. I'm a church singer, grew up singing in church, so I have the gospel roots that pretty much stay relevant all the time. And then, I hook up with different musicians and different producers and have different, compositions that I come up with and write and create that don't necessarily, echo the roots of soul music or hip hop, or, sometimes, crosses over in, into jazz, or,
Sure.
more funk or blues kind of feel to it. So yeah, I like to consider myself genre fluid.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I like yeah, I like that. Genre food. So you fall into this class. Like we've had a few artists come through Indie Music Live that fall into this class where the video is it feels like it should be part of the package of the song. And I apologize, I haven't gone through your entire catalog. So just looking at this song, the video, the story, to me, it's like it's all one. Like after watching, it's hard to separate them.
Yeah,
Because
it really is, a story, because, as you can see in the video, you really can't tell who the aggressor is in the abusive sort of sections in the
right.
in the video. You can't really tell if it's the woman that's starting it or the man. It's just an opportunity for either person to walk away. So I really wanted to show that within, the song Streetlight. People think domestic violence, they want to grab a hold and say, oh, well, it's automatically the guy, but like, no, it's not necessarily the guy. Violence is violence. And, women are, can be just as guilty as men are in the process. So I really wanted to show that, because domestic violence, it doesn't come one way. And
right.
Yeah.
All right. So who are the people that you worked with on the video, and what was your role? Were you director? Were you in charge of everything? Okay.
I directed it, sort of, wrote the concept. I worked with the director, Basil Childers. He's worked on some Netflix original series, and he's been out in Thailand for a while. And then Hollywood came out to Tulsa just temporarily, and we worked on this project. It was unique because I was working with, and still continue to work with, domestic violence intervention services, DIVIS here. So for every 10% of the profits and proceeds that we've been raising to film the video, have going directly to DIVIS, and then also at my shows and things, carrying packets. And
oh wow, awesome.
So I've been playing their special programs that they have and being involved in the community. So I wanted it to be a cool video, something that could reach out to many people that have been survivors of domestic violence, and those who are currently victims going through it, so that they can find empowerment to get out of those situations. And so I wanted to really make it legit and work with a real organization that actually was hands down on the ground.
Awesome. Yeah. And not to discount the story, but I hope you continue to make videos at that level. It's just very cool. I mean, you could see all the work that you put into it. And
yeah, it definitely was community based. We had a GoFundMe. We definitely had DIVIS highly involved. The dancers are all community based. Everyone's Tulsa based. Editing, all the extras, the actors. Actually, the male counterpart in the video is my keyboard player in real life. Yeah, so community effort, really expensive, but a lot of donation to get it done. And I pretty much wanted to develop this concept to see if we could make, if you support sustainable art, then you also make a difference in your community. So my purpose has been, been traveling to New York City, traveling, Dallas, Austin, these different cities, connecting with organizations that are similar to DIVIS that could partner with us concerning like Streetlight. Just
cool.
I just want to make myself available through music to make, a difference.
Yeah, cool. And that's awesome. So other than a bunch of new fans as a result of this show, of course, but
nice.
What's next for you, just in terms of the career, like just making more music, more touring? Or?
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have some things coming up, some touring. I'm going back to NYC on June the 13th to do my full debut show there, bringing my band with me. And then I'll also be at South by Southwest this year, official showcase artist, continuing to work with DIVIS, have some different touring goals throughout the country, and, Yeah, so just looking for growth, following, hitting new stages, feeling pretty maxed out in the Tulsa Midwest area. So we've been stretching our limbs to reach a larger audience.
Cool. So it's BRANJAE music.com. That's the website where you can see all the stuff going on. Yeah. But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on the show, Branjae. Please come back. We'll be keeping an eye on you for sure. I mean, this is very cool
Follow
stuff.
on social media. It's all Branjae Music on social media. And I also have a special group called J Tribe on Facebook where, people get really close and, intimate with me and get free things and tickets and all kinds of cool stuff. So it's nice.
Awesome.
Positive.
Awesome. Have a great night.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, Rob, we're going to move on and play the next tune here. So it's called I in the Center of Pride, and the band is Luna Rosa. Let's do this right there. I in the Center of Pride by Luna Rosa. Man, this brought me back to college era. Man, Stone Roses. The Stone Roses for sure. Is the first reference that came to mind. Blur. It's a lot of the like Brit rock bands around late 80s, early 90s. A little before your time, Jarrod, but I'm sure you recall those bands. But very cool. He's got that super cool rock voice that it's really addictive to listen to. I think the mix was just a touch thin. I wanted a little more wide spectrum, I guess, in the headphones. It was I don't know, maybe some mastering issues there, but overall, great sound. I was digging it. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it's funny. Like in a very complimentary way, I didn't know what this was like supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't.
What do you mean?
I wanted to right off the bat say, oh, this is very 80s, or this is very early 90s, or this is kind of punk rock, or this is really English. But like it wasn't any one of them. It was all of them, and there was other stuff on top of it, and I couldn't put a pin on which singer it sounded just like, and which guitar tone, and which mastering mixing it sounded just like. But it was interesting. It was weird. It's kind of rare that you actually hear something now and you're like, I've not heard that a million times before.
And it seems like such a small thing, but that single lead melody from that guitar with the like heavy reverb, the reverb on the vocal. How often do you hear that today?
No,
where there's just like a single melody going on throughout the song. That's totally like late 80s. That was like all over the place.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a song in the last like 10 years that just had that, Depeche Mode, and another good reference, that kind of just consistent melody going on in the background as the vocals are singing. So yeah, I would guess they're fans of that era for sure.
I'd have to assume so. There's too much of it to be a coincidence.
All right, man. So I guess you hinted in the intro what you were kind of working on, but what about the other band you play with? I forgot the name. Was it the...
Oh, there's End of America.
Yes.
And now I'm recording this week with a band called Pete Hill. It's just the name of the guy, Pete Hill Band. And we're rehearsing tomorrow night and Wednesday night and tracking an album on Saturday.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so we'll see.
What kind of music is that? Pete Hill out there.
Same kind of thing. Yeah, no, he's really good. He's been around for a bit. He plays like Americana-ish indie stuff. They're a rock band, but they're all like really, really good players. It's just a four-piece now. Yeah, but everybody could play. He could sing. He writes great songs. So I've been playing with them a lot recently. End of America, we just played a show. We got some music coming out. We just recorded a bit, and then I just started today, out of the blue, just writing solo stuff again, which I wasn't planning on doing. So got a lot of wheels in motion.
It's really getting in the way of your teaching.
Whatever.
or is it vice versa? Something.
Oh, I think I'm going to start teaching some stuff online, but we'll see.
Yeah, so you can be a little more mobile and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm still with the recording for TV commercials and chunk like that. So that's a lot of my time. And then, there's the 3 bands on top of it. And there's not enough hours in the day.
Oh, yeah. I know that. All right, Rob, we're going to close it out pretty early. I think it was about 20 minutes tonight, but yeah. So it was nice hanging with Jarrod and Branjae, and it's a couple new tunes tonight. So this is episode 197, closing it out. Thanks, everybody.
Found my way in. I'm on here reversing back out of here. Rolling backward, avoiding hazard. I'm checking if the coast is clear. Before he make a big mistake, I'm thinking I won't crash and burn. I've seen the signs of the time, only a fool would return. I'm about to get off, I'm finna get away out of here. Find my way